I had inflammation in my lungs that were pressing up against my ribs. And so it was creating a lot of pain around my rib cage that was sort of unbearable. About 2 weeks ago, I started to come down with some mild body aches and chills. Those body aches and chills got worse and worse over the course of about 6 days. And eventually I started feeling better. Then 2 days later, I came down with severe shortness of breath. And it was pretty quick, a sudden onset. I was having trouble even walking around my apartment. I would get winded just on the trip from my bedroom to the bathroom. And I knew something was really, really wrong. And I saw the doctor pretty quickly. The urgent care was fairly empty. As soon as he checked out my symptoms and saw how difficult it was for me to talk and speak in full sentences without gasping for air, he told me that I had the coronavirus. I already had sort of known it by then, but he gave me the confirmation and he gave me the option to check myself into the ER and be taken away in an ambulance or go home. I was in a lot of pain at that point. I tried to go to sleep that night, but by about 11 p.m., I decided that enough was enough. I think it's also important to note that I have not been tested for this virus. They're really only testing severe critical cases. I don't want to take the test away from someone who is critical and really, really needs it. Having essentially been given 2 presumptive positives from 2 different doctors in the New York medical system, I'm fairly confident in the diagnosis that I've been given. So I went back home and the difficulty breathing has continued for the last week. The real saving grace has been this pulse oximeter. This is a good way to tell where you're sort of at in terms of your oxygen levels and if you would even need oxygen from the hospital. I'll turn this button on and we'll see what my oxygen levels are. $97. So way better than when I was in the hospital. Feel very comfortable. You want to be about a 95 to a 99. The emergency doctor recommended these lidocaine patches, which I put over both of my rib cages. They typically last for about 12 hours, so I rotate them in the morning and at night, and that helps ease some of the rib pain that I've been having because of the inflammation. I know there's been a common misconception that you can't take ibuprofen with this virus. That's absolutely not true. You shouldn't be in pain. This is a good pain reliever. These are my go-tos every morning. I've been having tea because the doctor recommended that I limit my caffeine intake, and I'm normally a coffee addict, so this has been a difficult transition, but I'm more than happy to do it in the name of getting better. I also have some vitamin C, which I'll stir right now, that I have every single morning, and of course handy dandy disinfectant wipes because I've been wiping down essentially every surface that I touch for the last 14 days and will continue to do so as long as I'm symptomatic. So usually I am mostly laying down. Today I'm feeling well enough to at least be vertical while I'm eating. And I have my lovely salad here. A couple days ago I probably wouldn't have been able to eat this actually because my throat was so swollen. But today feels good and I'm gonna give it a try. Even as I talk now, I'm struggling to get through sentences and I'm feeling the pain in my ribs and have a bit of a sore throat, which is a new development for me in the last couple of days. I'm hoping this will be my last symptom since I am on day 14 and I do feel like I'm on the upswing. But I think the thing that I've learned most from this entire experience is that mild is a relative term. I was classified as a mild case, or at least a moderate case, because I wasn't able to get tested and I didn't require an immediate supply of oxygen from the hospital. But I have to say, even as a mild or moderate case, this has been a pretty brutal experience, probably one of the worst bouts of illnesses I've ever had.